All right, Nick. So we were talking about the upper body before the connection messed up because the videos you're posting lately are about your upper body and they're still triggering much debate. Some people literally say, bro, this guy cannot be true. How can he be 3D in those delts department? So all for all, your upper body is not bad too. I mean, it's just amazing. It's 3D. You're not only the quadzilla, but you're definitely good upstairs, man.
I think that's my biggest progress since last year. So I have no idea why again. I just train as usual, but it just happened this year. So I just train heavy all the time, and yeah, I'm serious all the time too. When I do the break post competition, I don't stop actually. I still keep the training on the top, maybe with less weight and with less intensity, but I never stop during 2 months or 3 months. I just stay on track. I still have my diet, and I think it's just consistency. So yeah, I have
Exactly. I
actually
mean,
never.
and then you had like a very, I mean, reasonably short off season last year. You changed so much in it, man. It's incredible.
I had a long break of probably 2 months and 3 months after the Arnold Classic, so I stayed more relaxed, and I think my body just reacted in a good way when I started again. So yeah, maybe it's just yeah, it's pretty hard to explain because I have no explanation for this. It's just yeah, maybe the genetic too. Yeah,
As I said, it's probably le petit Suisse. Petit Suisse, by the way, is a special treat from Switzerland. It's a
yeah,
special yogurt. So probably
yeah,
that's the secret right there.
yeah, maybe.
Nicholas, you're 5'4". There is that Kuwaiti guy who's 5'2", Ahmed Ashkinani.
Yeah.
Do you think that since the category is capped at 212 pounds, you guys have more advantage so you can pack more muscle as opposed to guys who are taller like Seth Fiorucci? Seth Fiorucci is 5'7", right? He's way taller, so we will not be able to pack the sheer amount of muscle you guys can pack. Do you think that that is a proper advantage for you guys?
I think in a certain way, yes, because if you are shorter, you can be heavier. That's just logic. So if you check Ahmad, I think
Five two.
he's not, huh?
He's 5'2".
Yeah, 5'2", but he's not more than 90 or 92 kilos. So it's pretty light for the 212 division.
You still have
So
room to grow.
yeah, and I have competed against him 2 years ago when he was an amateur, and even at 88 or 89 kilos, he's very, very impressive. So it's just visual. So I think yes, if you're short, of course you can be heavier, so you can maybe pack a bit more muscle than the guys like Seth Ferros or other guys.
Do you agree, do you think that Ahmed has the best back in your category?
Uh, if you compare the physique with Flex, that's very different. He looks more like a rock,
Okay.
and he doesn't have maybe all these crazy definitions
The
or
details,
striations that you can see on Flex glutes, for example.
of course.
But he's a rock and has a lot of muscle. So I think it's just up to the judges, if they want to put on the top people more muscular, or if they want to choose maybe more the definition. I don't know. It's just yeah, but it's very different. If you yeah, Flex and Ahmed have nothing similar. Totally.
Exactly, indeed. I mean, they're very different bodies. When it comes to the Arnold Classic coming soon, Ahmed versus Jose Raymond, who do you got?
I personally prefer Jose
Okay.
because yeah, I don't know. But both look like rocks actually. They're really like wow, round and like
Jose for me is a small branch Warren.
yeah, definitely, yeah, true. And I would prefer maybe Jose just for the yeah for the roundness and maybe for the legs because I think Ahmad from the front, he doesn't have this
The
separation.
the quads are not up to
Yeah.
par.
No, but you see that the skin is very thin, so he's shredded, but he doesn't have the same quality as someone like Jose, for example. I don't know how old is Ahmad. I don't know if he's old or young, but
I think he's young.
yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe in the future, in a few years, he gonna bring more quality on stage. I don't know.
I know that Ahmed works legs every day, almost every
Oh,
day,
really?
really every day. So I would see what that special regimen rips as kind of dividends. It's unheard of. I mean, a guy working legs every day is really extreme. What about you, Nicolas? How old are you?
I'm 26.
You're young too, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You're very young. Come on,
For bodybuilding, that's pretty young. Yeah.
and you're lifting since when?
I've started 5 years ago.
That's it.
That's it. I did maybe 1 year before, just for my own pleasure, and
Okay.
then I met my coach, and we have started together.
And prior to that, were you into other sports?
I did 4 or 5 years of soccer,
Okay.
a pretty good level, and before I did 12 years of I don't know how you say gymnastic.
Yeah, same thing. Gymnastics. Yeah.
Yeah, the same. So 12 years, yeah.
So you have a
So I
great
did
deal of
actually-
you have a great deal of flexibility, which explains your range of motion, which is optimal, man.
Yeah, definitely for my lower body.
Absolutely.
My lower body just sucks. I have to work.
Well, it's definitely not bad. And well, since you are into the game since like 5 years, can I ask you when you were growing up, actually, when you were a kid and a teenager, did you know about bodybuilding, about the stars, like what's going on? I mean, you grew up in the Jay Cutler era. Were you knowing about these guys?
Actually, 6, 7 years ago, I was watching the videos.
Okay.
I wasn't going to the gym, but I was already watching the videos. And when I was watching the videos, I was like, "Wow, those guys are just crazy." It's just fantastic to be able to transform your body in this way. But I've never did any fitness or never been in a gym. I was playing soccer, but I was pretty, yeah, I liked actually the aesthetic way of bodybuilding. So then when I had the possibility to start, I was very motivated to do it, of course. So then I was watching the videos and I was like, okay, that's actually Jay Cutler. I didn't know it, but
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So you live in the Geneva region. Is bodybuilding a big scene in Switzerland?
Definitely no.
No way.
That's a small word, you know. And the thing is, in Switzerland we have two federations.
Okay.
There is the IFBB and WABA,
What about
and
it?
and it's very there's a lot of fight between those two federations
Okay.
because 90% of the WABA is French,
Oh.
and 90% of the IFBB is from the
Germany.
German part.
Okay. Yeah.
So when I started to compete with the IFBB, they were like not very happy to see me because I was from the French part, you know. So
Okay.
it was pretty hard at the beginning, yeah. But then when I won my first national show, they were like, okay, we can accept this guy.
All right.
Yeah.
So for the anywhere, he's from Switzerland, which is a special country in Central Europe. It is the most peaceful country ever in the world. You guys still have the le franc suisse?
Yeah, we have. Mhm.
Okay, so they have their own currency, which is the franc, the Switzerland franc. So they're not in the euro, so to speak. And part of it is German up to the north. Part of it is French in the southern west, and
Yes.
to the south it is a little bit Italian.
Exactly.
Consequently, he speaks Italian, German, French, and obviously English. That's what's up. This is why he is very fluent in English, because usually French people are not good in English. They have a very big accent. So, are you?
Well, you know why? It's because in Geneva, this is very international.
Exactly.
We have a lot of factories from different countries. So
You have
70%
you
of
have the
people in Geneva-
banks. You have the banks.
Yeah, they have the money, but we don't have the money.
Exactly. So everybody comes there to store their money.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah. Well,
Exactly.
actually, we see many famous people actually in the street because this is very peaceful and nobody annoy anyone. That's
Exactly.
very, yeah. You can walk and be famous and you can be relaxed. Really.
Absolutely. When I used to be in France, they used to say, c'est comme la Suisse, meaning it's like Switzerland. It's so peaceful, bro. It's like Switzerland. They're known for their chocolate too. You have some amazing chocolate.
Oh, the best one, the
Exactly.
best.
The best chocolate in the world. Better than Belgium, supposedly.
It's just different. In Belgium, this is we say les fondants,
Exactly, fondant, eh?
and here that's the basic chocolate,
The real one. So,
the
are
real
you
one.
mostly famous in France or in Germany or both now?
I don't like to say famous, but I know that a lot of guys follow me in France because I speak French.
Exactly.
I speak more French than German, so
Hmm.
that's why I probably. And then the thing is, I'm closer to the France than Germany, so it's maybe also because of this. Yeah.
Well, France right now, do they have big bodybuilders out there known?
As professional, they have Lionel Bouyeke.
Lionel, oui, Lionel.
That's probably the best one right now.
Exactly, and actually expecting to do very good at the Arnold. He's rolling with George Farah. He's like the
Mm,
dark horse. Nobody is expecting him, but if that guy dials in just once,
yeah.
his flex really improved.
But I saw him in San Marino a few months ago for the what it was the San Marino Pro Show,
Exactly.
and he looks very impressive, very round like Vullioud,
Yeah.
and he looks, yeah, 3D, really. That's a good. Yeah, I think he has a good potential for the future.
Exactly. He just
But
never dialed in. He never. I think he was robbed in Brazil.
yeah,
I think he was robbed. He should have
mhm,
won it, but we'll see how it goes. I said it on my social media. I will not be, surprised if he wins. And I got Cedric second, and I got Dallas third. That's
yeah.
what I got. So we'll see. Who is the best bodybuilder ever from France, according to you, in the history of bodybuilding? From
Uh,
Serge Nubret, Momo Benaziza, Francis Benfato.
Francis Benfato I like because this is that's old school physique with the waist very thin and yeah, that's the thing is I like old school bodybuilding. Same for the posing, because sometimes we can see the new posing like it's more dancing than posing, and
Yeah.
I hate that really. For me, bodybuilding it's just you must be yeah, you must show your physique. It's not dancing. That's something different. So yeah, I like more like Serge Nubret. You said that's exactly the kind of guy I really like to see here.
Serge Nubret was French. Francis was French. He was 170 pounds in 1990, Mr. Olympia. When he
Yeah,
walked in, he shocked everybody. And then the late Joe Weider took the sandal from Lee Haney and gave it to him. It's like, bro, you're good. You're good. And then he was just too small, and with these freaks, he just retired. But he's still in very good shape. He's like 50 now, and is very very good shape now.
yeah. I think he has a restaurant now in
Where?
France.
Really?
I don't know. I think it's in the south of the France because my mom just went there like a few months ago,
Okay.
and she met him by chance actually in the restaurant, and he said, oh yeah, I was doing bodybuilding before, and then he said his name, and he said, yeah, my name is Francis Benfato, and then she told me, and she said, oh, do you know this guy? And I was like, of course I know this guy, he's very famous. So it was funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was my favorite when I was young. I had all kind of his posters. He was it's like a caricature of a bodybuilder. Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. He was
Mhm.
also into martial arts when he was young.
Yeah.
And which is funny enough, when he competed in Australia about 5 years ago, he was bigger and thicker and more dense than when he was young.
Yeah. Mm.
What about today's bodybuilding? I mean, you're 26. Who is some kind of your idol in the current lineup of competitors, both open and also 212?
For sure, Flex Lewis, because it's not only about his physique, it's also about his mindset. I follow him on the social networks, and I like the way he shows his private life.